Hello, you absolutely wonderful, fabulous, freaking legends. Let's talk about how to approach women during the daytime, what to say, what to do. If you don't know who I am, by the way, hello, I'm Andy. I built my sex life from the ground up. At this point, I've had sex with a ridiculous number of women. I stopped counting a while ago. I've had plenty of threesomes. I'm in an open relationship with my girlfriend, Emmy, and we date and sleep with women together in threesomes. I've also taught a lot of guys on how to do the exact same thing. I have a coaching business, so I kind of know what to do here. But the funny thing that I'll say is it doesn't really matter too much what you say. I know that might sound like a weird radical notion in a video called What to Say When You Approach, but I'm kind of doing this video because a lot of you ask me, what do I say? How do I go and talk to that girl that I like? I like that girl, or I want to just go out and talk to random girls. How do I actually do it? And so I'll do this video to tell you what to say, but I want to start with the premise that it doesn't matter as much what you say. What matters more is number one, you improve yourself. So improve the way you dress, improve the way you look, and all of that. And then play the numbers game. Go and talk to a lot of women, and some of them will be interested. And I promise it doesn't matter if you're a little bit clumsy. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit awkward. It doesn't matter if you're nervous as hell. You can even just admit that. Say, hey, I'm a bit nervous, but I wanted to come say hi. We focus in this community more on progress rather than perfection. So you don't need to be some smooth Casanova. You're just saying hi. Women are just human beings. You're walking over and saying hello, and then we'll go from there. All right. So all I ever do, and this is what I recommend to all of you, is I just walk over and I say, hi, you're cute, or you're hot, or you're sexy, or whatever I feel. You're cute. I wanted to come say hey. I put my hand out and I say, I'm Andy, and I'll shake her hand. And then from there, I just make some casual small talk. I'm like, what are you up to? What are you doing today? What are you doing on the weekend? Did you do anything cool last weekend? What do you do? Do you work? Do you study? Are you homeless? What do you do with yourself? And after a couple of minutes of just like really basic, kind of boring small talk, like I don't try and be fancy with it. I don't say anything crazy. I don't say anything interesting. I don't have any fucking pickup lines. I'm just talking to my fellow human being. After a couple of minutes of that, I'm just like, yo, do you want to grab a drink sometime? You seem cute, or like I said, you're really sexy or you're cool or whatever. Let's grab a drink sometime. Can I get your phone number? If she says no, then I say, hey, that's beautiful. I hope you have a great day. If she says I have a boyfriend, I'm like, beautiful. I hope you guys are happy together. If she says yes, then I take down her phone number and then I send her a text after I say goodbye. And again, no need to be perfect with any of this. You can see none of this is some like smooth fucking pickup line, but it works because you're just meeting other human beings and seeing which ones are interested in you. And this is what all of my coaching clients do. They just go out there, they play the numbers game, they talk to enough women until they find the ones that are single and are available and are interested in them. You're not going to win over every single girl, so don't try. Obviously, put some effort into your approaches, but you don't need anything too fancy. It's just hitting on another human being, saying hello to them, and seeing which ones want to give you a phone number. Now, once I have her phone number and I don't wait, I don't sit there and go, how long should I wait before I text her? What is the optimal time? I text her as soon as I frickin' feel like it, usually immediately or within 20 minutes after getting her phone number. And this is a rough guide to what I say. You'll notice that this is a girl that I met on Tinder, but the same thing in person. So pretend the very first message says, hey, sexy, or hey, cutie, it was cool talking to you. So I just say, hey, it's Andy, it was cool meeting you. And then she'll reply and say something and I'll reply back. But you can see my second message is, we should grab that drink, or do you want to grab that coffee? Are you free tomorrow at 7? Or are you free Saturday at 3? And you just figure out the logistics. Like, I don't sit there trying to build rapport. You don't need to do that. That's what a date is for. How are you going to build rapport over a phone conversation? Pixels on a screen are not the same thing as being in person with someone and actually getting to meet them properly. You've already technically met them when you hit on them, but you know what I mean. So I jump straight into the date and I encourage all of you to do the same thing. Figure out the logistics, figure out where you're going to meet, what time you're going to meet. If it's coffee or drink, doesn't matter. And then you meet. And so that's all this conversation was. No need to build rapport, no need for any of that fancy stuff. My mission is to get out on a date ASAP, or to figure out if she's not interested in going on a date and figuring that out sooner rather than later, like immediately, so I can go and talk to the next girl. So this is a numbers game. Not everyone is going to want to meet you, obviously. You don't need to waste a lot of time getting fancy with this. Just, hey, you're sexy or you're cute. put your hand out. I'm Andy. I wanted to come say hi. What's up? You're just talking to your fellow human beings. You're just saying hi. You're not running game or picking them up or doing anything like that. You're just talking to human beings. And that just starts with a hi. You're cute. And really, if you want to boil it down, all that it requires for you to hit on women is number one, obviously say hello. Number two, make it obvious that you're into her in some way. You're cute or you're attractive or you're pretty or you're so gorgeous, something like that. And then talk for a tiny bit. It can be 30 seconds. It can be 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a long time. And then ask for a phone number. That's it. So really all you're doing is saying hi. I'm into you in some way. Talk for a tiny bit. Can I get your phone number? It doesn't need to be fancier than that. If you want it to be fancier than that, go for it. It's your life. Go say whatever you want, but it's not required. You really don't have to be perfect with this shit. I promise that women are a lot nicer than you think they are. They're not going to bite your head off, especially if it's during the daytime. Go say hi. And if you want my help with that, if you'd like a big push, we have a coaching program. And right now, for the next 26 days, if you apply in the next 26 days, you will get $2,000 off the price and an extra 4 weeks. So I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check out the program, see what we offer, all of that. I'm happy to jump on a free call with you and talk through any fears, any concerns, all of that stuff. We have payment plans. I promise all of you are capable of walking up to women and approaching them. Really, you're just saying hi. It's not that complicated. You can do it. If you're inexperienced, maybe you're even a virgin, you've probably been sitting around trying really hard to lose it and give yourself that beautiful, amazing sex life that you've always wanted. It's time to actually do this thing for real. Here's just a little taste of some of what we've helped our inexperienced clients achieve. Theo lost his virginity, had a bunch of sex, and even participated in an orgy. Ed was a 31-year-old virgin with extreme erectile dysfunction. He's since gone on to have a wildly abundant sex life and is now a coach alongside me in our coaching program. We helped Ravi lose his virginity at age 30 and go on to build the type of amazing sex life he never dreamed was possible. Jeff hadn't had sex in 9 years and ended up having sex within just 5 weeks of coaching. No matter what your experience level, if having more sex and having more wildly abundant, awesome, amazing sexual experiences with your intimate partner is something that's important to you, let us help. That's what we're here for. There's a link in the description below to the coaching. Click that and come and join us. But I promise you, if these clients can do it, you absolutely sure as hell can too.